pass play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He ran it 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On the handoff, it's McFarland. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
48-yard line.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, here's Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Raven, first down.
Play action. Now Jackson keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Second down.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
For the Ravens.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
From the 22, Roethlisberger into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. We're scoreless after one.
No score.
A long ways to go here on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Just like that. Hey, check Michael out. Check Michael out. Blue there.
On the give, this is McFarland. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
from McFarland. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
180. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All day, all day. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
At the 30.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. 3 bucks. Nicholas, 66.
They'll run here with McFarland. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will. You're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram, and he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
28-yard line.
They begin the drive with McFarland. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, check right the line. Check right the line. Switch. Easy.
They'll run with McFarland. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, Jackson. He spots his tight end Keene over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
On the throwaway. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 10. Again, McFarland. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, Keith. Gonna be a long
On first down, McFarland. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First carry for James Conner, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44. Now a give, right side. McFarland, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
McFarland, the ball carrier.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. McFarland once more. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
It's a big one now. It's a big one. Blue 30. Hey, check back 11. Check back 11. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Tossing this out wide to McFarland. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Humphrey on the tackle.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up
A second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Check back 11. Check back 11. No foul. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On On the ground, it's McFarland. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Malik Harrison brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. A good return there, 17 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. This pass into the arms of Snead. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Complete to Willie Snead. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And a Raven 1st down.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw again is Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson will throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Dalton Keene, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger, and he'll find Hall. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st.
37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on first down. McFarland, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Monday. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11.
On 3rd down, here's McFarland. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, Ravens.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Jackson to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson's going to throw it. Being chased out left. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. They go play action now. Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Ravens 17. Steelers 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
31-yard line.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They red zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or two short. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 44.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not.